everyone, and welcome to the Upper School Convocation. We are collected here today to formally begin the start of the school year. We gather together to charge each class with goals and reflections that will last throughout the year. We challenge each class with words of wisdom gathered from the students of last year. Listen and remember carefully. Previous classes have reflected on their experiences and have thoughtfully crafted their challenges to you. We now invite Dr. Markley to lead us all in the singing of Standards High.
Standards high and green and white, spirits ever true. All your aims in life will follow, ever true to you. High above ideals of others in your noble rule. Here's to you, our alma mater. Here's to our so soon. Proud to be your sons and daughters. Proud to bear your name. Sad indeed will be to leave your halls of fame. High above ideals of others in your noble rule. Here's to you, our alma mater. Here's to our so soon.
For a New Beginning by John O'Donohue. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the anticipation growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent. Wonder, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back, learn to find ease and risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. "17 years ago, our country was attacked with thousands of lost lives in a tragedy that we commemorate today. Please join in a moment of silence as we remember the victims of 9/11. Thank you. We now introduce Ryan Taha to give the charge to the faculty.
Good morning. I was both surprised and honored to be asked to speak to you this morning. As I reflected on what I was going to say, I realized it was an opportunity to tell you what I think when I see you in your classrooms or passing in the hallway or occasionally sharing a lunch table. Working at this school with you is a complete joy. You are kind to each other and care about one another, and you most definitely show up for each other. You put your students first and care about who they are as people, not just as pupils. You remain curious about the world and our place in it. I believe you are an exceptional group. I see the reverence alumni have for you when they return, And that's because every day you spend your time caring deeply and challenging directly. Your students know it, they can feel it, and I know it. Although the rewards are great, I recognize being an educator is demanding. As your colleague, I ask you this morning, take good care of yourselves. Be present, slow down when you need to, be kind to yourselves. There is a Chinese proverb that says, if you're planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. If you're planning for a lifetime, educate people. I believe you have the most important job on the planet, and it makes me proud to share this space and place with you. I wish you a spectacular year. Thank you.
We now introduce Lexi Dixon and Rishi Malay to read the charge to the freshmen.
Freshmen, welcome to high school. Before we begin, take a deep breath. We understand you're nervous, excited, maybe even a little scared to begin your high school career, because we were in your shoes just 365 days ago. Feeling that way is okay and completely normal, but we promise you'll get through it if you just be honest, be kind, and have an open mind.
First, you may worry about getting it all done and being the best at everything. Be honest with yourself by knowing your limits and practicing stress management. This means not filling up your schedule with all honors classes if you can't handle that. First semester is a great time to figure out your limits so you can be more efficient in the future. And practice time management. Don't procrastinate, use your study halls, and try to stay ahead and start assignments when they're assigned. Find time to actually sleep more than 2 or 3 hours a night. And also remember to be honest with people so you can draw to you your true friends.
Second, as you start high school, the anxiety of not being liked and other social drama may be lingering in your mind. Be kind to yourself and others. Check on your friends and be ready to support them. Be good to people and they will be good to you. A gesture as simple as picking up something a classmate dropped or saying goodbye to someone after school can make someone's day. Talk to your friends, family, counselor, or even a teacher with anything you're struggling with, socially or academically. It's normal to feel overextended. The teachers actually don't want you to fail, and they have great academic and social advice if you just stop by and ask.
Third, you probably feel anxious about making friends and meeting new people. Have an open mind. When you interact with your classmates, don't limit the world to your own expectations or sense of what is normal. Rejoice in people's differences and give grace in the face of people's flaws. Don't judge others based on your sense of understanding. Empathize with their uniqueness. We realize that upperclassmen can seem a little bit intimidating, but there's nothing to be afraid of in the first place. Take advantage of extracurriculars like debate, theater, and sports. It can help you meet upperclassmen who have read the books and written the essays that you dread. These extracurriculars are a great place to try something new that you might not have thought of before, and to find your interests and your community.
Thank you for listening, and class of 2022, you'll have a great year ahead of you.
As long as you don't forget to be honest, be kind, and have an open mind. Thank you.
We now introduce Shola Dugbo, Miles Luce, and Caden Williams to read the charge to the sophomores.
Welcome to sophomore year. Academically, get ready to take a big step up. Make wise use of your free periods and do your work on time. Schedules and to-do lists are going to be your friends. Seek help from teachers during your free periods.
The first 2 quarters go fast, so don't wait around hoping for it to slow down. Jump right in. The sophomore research paper really is not that bad. Be sure to use class time and resources productively, and it will all go well. And you might even like it. The first draft of your work will not always be the best. Listen to feedback, ask questions, revise.
Teachers know if you're not prepared. You cannot fake it. In class, speak with your voice and your presence. Be confident. Put your phone down and listen and look people in the eyes. And don't forget to laugh. Learning is fun, remember?
Outside of class, strive for balance. Keep your commitments. When joining a team or a club, consider your workload. Missing class for these activities means that you're going to have more homework, so plan accordingly.
Don't play every sport. It's impossible to do everything, and that's okay. Have a healthy social life. Make time for fun. Take care of yourself and your friends. Be kind.
Serve your community joyfully. Find an organization you care about and make a commitment to volunteer there. Complete as many service hours as possible during the first semester, and don't put it off as second semester is busier.
Finally, don't be the sophomore sitting in the commons who hasn't done the reading. Be the sophomore who reads the books.
Don't be the one who slacks on the research project. Be the one who keeps class discussion fresh.
And don't be the one to spread rumors or to think you know everything. Be the one to praise a classmate's effort to be a friend and to listen. You'll do great. Enjoy the year, and thank you.
We now introduce Taha Fanaswala, Sam Short, and George Whitehill to read the charge to the juniors.
Juniors, you've heard it all before. The tales of junior year struggles, ACTs and SATs, AP exams, and a substantial amount of homework. While there may be some truth to these claims, don't make this the crux of your existence. Junior year is certainly challenging, but it is also filled with great opportunity. I encourage you to delve deep into your passions. Take leadership positions in clubs, go for a lead in theater, and increase your role on a sports team. Take pride in being an upper class person. You help set the tone for the upper school, and your actions should reflect this. Be kind to younger students, be kind to your teachers, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Don't internalize stress, and don't burn out. And if you stumble at times, please know that you are not alone.
As a junior, keeping tabs on your college search is more important than ever. This is the year to take visits and information sessions seriously. Fostering relationships with our college counselors will unequivocally ease the application process. Junior year will present you easily the most opportunities that you'll ever have to learn and grow your resume. This will make an effect and make a name for yourself as you prepare to make future steps. As stressful as this new accountability sounds, it's also the perfect opportunity to exhibit your maturity and transition from followers to leaders. This transition, and dream about many grand adventures that lie on the horizon.
This may all seem quite daunting. It can be, but only if you put junior year burden solely on yourself. Remember that you have plenty of allies, and teachers are chiefs amongst these. Have a question on a homework assignment? Talk to your teachers. Can't turn in a project on time because of a scheduling conflict? Talk to your teachers. Need life advice in general? Well, you get the gist. Most important of all, you have the student community that surrounds you. The rest of the people in your grade are on a similar journey. Expand your network of friends and come together as a mutually supportive, truly unified class. This year is going to be a roller coaster. Despite popular perception, this ride can be enjoyable if you trust that you're surrounded by a wealth of resources to see you through to its exciting conclusion.
Patty Greenbaum, who is slated to be our speaker today, fortunately for her, had a baby yesterday, but unfortunately for us, was not able to be with us today. We missed our window of opportunity. However, Ms. Erin Brown, Director of Alumni Relations, will be reading her charge. Patty Greenbaum is a member of the class of 2006. While at Barstow, Patty was a member of the girls' tennis and soccer teams, the yearbook staff, and a leader of Pep Club. She was also inducted into the Knights Court as a member of the cheerleading squad. Patty's love for Barstow is evident. She's a member of the Alumni Board, having served as president for 2 years. We are grateful for her enthusiasm and for everything Barstow. Please welcome Erin Brown, who will read Patty's charge.
Thank you. Congratulations, seniors. You have made it. Welcome to your senior year. Get ready to enjoy some of Barstow's finest traditions. Ladies, you will get to take your photo with the lovely pink sweaters and become very familiar with wedding dress shops. Gentlemen, you will get very familiar with tying the Barstow tie and will get to look dapper in a tux. You will also be preparing to hear and answer the same question, phrased multiple ways over and over and over. Where are you applying? What schools are you looking at? Where are you going to school next year? Are you applying early decision, early admission, anywhere? You all will come up with your favorite version of your stock answer for this, and it is completely okay for that stock answer to be, I am not sure, I am looking at my options. You have studied for hours, taken countless standardized tests, and done multiple hours of community service and extracurricular activities. Take some time to make sure you enjoy your senior year. You have worked the last 3 years, and the schools you apply to will see your transcript of the classes you have already taken. One piece of wisdom I will share is if your personal statement application is getting too stressful for that evening, it is time to put it away for the night. That piece of paper is not going to define who you are. Yes, you will be telling them about yourself, but at the end of the day, you define who you are and who you are going to be. My time at Barstow is filled with memories. My senior year, I participated in one of our first robotics teams, not as one of the engineers, but as the spirit person, because apparently that got you points. I was a part of winning the state cheerleading championship after we re-choreographed the routine the night before, and despite me messing up in the front center. I also got to manage the baseball team while also playing soccer my senior year. Looking back on my time at Barstow, I did not realize how well they prepared me for the future. Mr. Frank's Silly Bus is a perfect example. You would have your freedom, like you will in the future, to choose whether you would do your homework that night or procrastinate like I did until Thursday night. You realize that if you are doing your homework each night, you are reinforcing what will be on the quiz and test. It gives you the freedom and the flexibility. Barstow prepared me for not being afraid to start the dialogue in class. Your senior year is your final lap at Barstow, but it is the start of so much more. Take advantage of your teacher's knowledge base, not only on the subjects they teach, but on life in general. Ask Mr. Luce for music recommendations, learn about Mr. Frank's amazing stories, and don't be afraid. The beauty of the next chapter is that there are so many unknowns, and you do not have to know the answers on day one. There are so many paths and solutions. No matter what happens this year, my hope is you take the time to experience what Barstow has to offer.
Seniors are now excused.
Thank you, Mother Nature, for this beautiful day. Also, special thanks to Dr. Kramer for pulling off another outstanding event. I want to give him a round of applause. Each year, we're blessed to hear from our alumni as they return to Barstow to address our seniors. It's a sort of teacher report card. I can't say that I'm ever surprised by the outstanding reviews you get as I observe you day in and day out. And glowing reviews and praise from every corner of this community are never in shortage. It's especially impressive, however, as all these people that come back to speak with us graduated many years ago and return happily and enthusiastically to describe the life-changing and lifelong impacts that you have had on them. To say that I'm proud to be a director of the upper school where you teach is a gross understatement. So carry on and do what you do so naturally and beautifully. Have a great year.
Particularly in the most inappropriate place.
I will battle. Yes, I love it. Yes. I will.